Hello and welcome, my dear friend. If you found yourself here today, it is no coincidence. The universe, fate, or whatever higher force you believe in has guided you to this moment. It's not by accident that you've come across this message. There's something about this moment, something about the words you're about to hear, that is meant specifically for you. Whether you've been seeking answers or simply stumbled upon this video out of curiosity, know this: you are exactly where you need to be. Take a moment to consider that. Let it sink in. The world we live in is vast, filled with endless distractions, noise, and chaos. Yet here you are in this very space in front of this screen, listening to these words. Think about how many things you could be doing right now. So many things that could have diverted your attention, and yet you found your way here. That's not an accident. In fact, it's a message in itself, a sign that the universe is trying to tell you something. There are moments in life when we feel lost, uncertain, or overwhelmed by the weight of our own thoughts and emotions. Sometimes we search for meaning in the wrong places, or we struggle to understand why things are happening the way they are. We try to control the chaos, manipulate the outcomes, and force the universe to give us answers. But what if the answers are already inside of you? What if the message you've been waiting for has always been here, right in front of you? You are a part of something much greater than you realize. You are connected to this moment, to the energy that flows around and within you. And today, as you read these words, the truth is beginning to unfold. The message that was meant for you has found you. It's time for you to listen. So, as we move forward, I want you to open your heart, open your mind, and allow yourself to receive whatever it is you're meant to learn today. Let go of doubt, let go of resistance, and trust in the process. Whatever you are about to hear is for you. It's time to embrace it. This is not just a coincidence. This is destiny. The message has found you. The world has a way of sending us messages when we're least expecting them. Sometimes it's a whisper in our hearts. Other times it's a loud, unmistakable signal that cuts through the noise of everyday life. We often think we need to search far and wide to find the answers we're looking for, but in reality, the universe is constantly sending us messages. The question is, are you listening? You might not realize it, but you've been receiving signs all along. Maybe you've been seeing recurring numbers or hearing the same phrase over and over. Perhaps you felt a deep sense of knowing, as if something inside you is awakening, telling you that change is coming. That's the message, and it's been right here all along. It's easy to dismiss these messages as coincidence or randomness. We live in a world that encourages skepticism and doubt, urging us to trust only in what we can see, touch, or measure. But if you stop for a moment and reflect on your own life, you'll realize that some of the most meaningful moments are those that can't be explained by logic or reason. They are the ones that come to us in moments of stillness, in quiet reflection, in the spaces between our thoughts. The truth is, the message has already found you. It's been waiting for you to open your eyes to see it. You may have been too caught up in the rush of daily life to notice, too distracted by your own fears and insecurities to hear it, but it's always been there, just beyond the surface, calling out to you. Now, in this moment, it's time to listen. The message is clear. You are being called to something greater than yourself, whether you've been struggling with uncertainty or longing for change. This is your sign. The universe is telling you that it's time to step forward, to embrace the unknown, and to trust that the path ahead is exactly where you need to go. It's easy to feel disconnected from this larger flow of life, especially when we're mired in our own struggles. But when you hear the message, when you truly understand that you're not alone in this journey, everything changes. You begin to realize that the challenges you face are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. The struggles you've experienced were never meant to break you, they were meant to transform you. So take a moment and pause, reflect on your life. What messages have you been ignoring? What signs have you brushed aside? It's time to embrace them. The message has found you, and now it's up to you to act on it. The power of letting go. One of the most powerful yet challenging concepts in life is the idea of letting go. Letting go is not about giving up or losing control. It's about releasing the things that no longer serve you, the attachments, the fears, and the expectations that weigh you down. It's about surrendering to the flow of life and trusting that what's meant for you will always find its way. For many of us, letting go is one of the hardest things to do. We are creatures of habit, wired to hold onto what we know, even if it's unhealthy for us. We cling to relationships, beliefs, possessions, and even identities that are no longer aligned with who we are becoming. We convince ourselves that we need these things to be happy, to feel safe, to be whole. But in reality, these attachments are often the very things that keep us stuck, holding us back from stepping into the fullness of who we are meant to be. The power of letting go comes from the deep trust that when you release what no longer serves you, you make space for something greater. You make space for new opportunities, for growth, for the unexpected blessings that the universe has in store for you. Letting go allows you to move forward, unburdened by the past, and open to the possibilities that await. But how do you let go? It starts with awareness. The first step is recognizing the things that you're holding onto. Maybe it's a grudge, a fear of failure, or a desire to control the outcome of your life. It could be a toxic relationship, an outdated belief, or an emotional wound that you've been carrying for far too long. Whatever it is, it's time to acknowledge it, name it, look it in the eye and realize that it doesn't have to define you anymore. Once you're aware of what you're holding onto, it's time to release it. Letting go doesn't mean you forget or deny the past. It means you free yourself from its grip. It's about choosing to no longer let your past determine your future. It's about forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and accepting that some things are simply beyond your control. Letting go is an act of courage, an act of faith. It's the willingness to trust that even in the uncertainty, even in the discomfort, there is something better waiting for you. The universe doesn't work on a timeline we can always understand, but it always has a plan. When you let go of what you think you need, you make room for the miracles that are meant to unfold. In letting go, you also reclaim your power. You stop giving away your energy to things and people that drain you, and instead, you focus on nurturing what truly matters. You become the creator of your own life, free from the chains of fear and attachment. And as you do, you begin to realize that the more you let go, the more you gain, not in material things, but in peace, in clarity, in joy. Embracing the shift. You may have felt a change within yourself recently, even if it was subtle. Something has shifted, something has moved within the deepest parts of your being. Perhaps it started with a feeling of discomfort, or maybe it was a quiet realization that you've outgrown something in your life, whether it's a relationship, a mindset, or a way of thinking that no longer serves you. At first, it may have been confusing, almost like you were being nudged toward a new path that you couldn't yet fully understand. But now, as you sit here reading these words, you might finally be starting to accept what you already know deep inside. This shift is exactly what you've been waiting for. What you've been feeling is not an accident. This is a cosmic nudge, a guiding force that has been gently leading you toward a transformation that you might not have been ready for in the past. But now, the time has come. The universe has its own rhythm, and sometimes it can feel like everything aligns just when you need it to, even if that alignment seems out of the blue. This is that moment. This shift is here, and it's time for you to embrace it fully. It's important to remember that shifts, true shifts, don't always come with fanfare. They're often quiet, like a soft breeze that gradually changes the direction of a ship. The magnitude of the change may not always be immediately clear to you, but I assure you, deep down, you know it's happening. You might have tried to ignore it or push it away because it felt uncomfortable or unfamiliar, but you cannot resist it any longer. The truth is that you've already been letting go of things that no longer serve you, even without realizing it. Your heart has already been choosing a different path, and now your mind is beginning to catch up. It's a difficult thing, isn't it? The process of shifting, of evolving into someone new. It's scary, it's unsettling, and often it's painful, but it's also the most beautiful and empowering experience you'll ever go through. It's a sign that you've outgrown your old self, that you're ready to step into something new, something better, something that aligns with your higher purpose. So when you feel that tug, When you sense that things are no longer fitting like they used to, don't resist it. Don't be afraid of it. Welcome it. Because this shift is precisely what you need to step into the version of yourself you've always been destined to become. As you embrace this change, you'll notice something else happening. Your external world may begin to reflect this internal shift. Things will start to fall away, people may drift out of your life, and new opportunities may suddenly present themselves. It's all part of the process. What no longer serves you will make space for what is meant to be. And in that space, you'll find clarity, peace, and a deeper understanding of who you are and what you're truly here to do. The shift isn't a one-time event either. It's a continuous process of becoming. You'll find that with each layer you shed, you reveal a deeper, more authentic version of yourself. It's not always easy, but it is always worth it. Trust that you are being guided, and trust that you are more than capable of navigating this shift with grace. The universe, your inner self, and the energy around you are all conspiring to support your transformation. You simply need to trust the process and believe in your own strength. What happens next? As you stand on the precipice of this change, you might wonder, what happens next? What does this shift mean for my future? It's normal to feel uncertain, even after recognizing that a change is taking place. The fear of the unknown can be paralyzing, especially when you've been living a certain way for so long. But here's the truth. What happens next is entirely up to you. You are the creator of your own reality, and the choices you make in this moment will ripple out into your future in ways you cannot yet fully comprehend. First, understand that the universe has already aligned a path for you. Your soul has known the next steps all along. This shift is part of a larger blueprint, your soul's journey through this lifetime. You may not have all the answers right now, and that's okay. In fact, it's better that way. The uncertainty gives you the space to grow, to learn, and to evolve in ways you can't anticipate. The mystery is what makes the journey so magical. But here's what will happen if you allow yourself to lean into this change. You will start to notice the synchronicities that are all around you. People will come into your life who are meant to guide you, teach you, and help you see your own greatness. Doors will open that were previously closed, and opportunities you thought were out of reach will become available to you. This doesn't happen because you're lucky. It happens because you're aligned with your higher self. The universe doesn't work in random ways. It's always bringing what you need into your life at the right time. It's crucial to trust that everything that happens next is for your highest good. Even when things seem chaotic or when you feel lost, know that the universe is gently guiding you towards something greater. Every challenge you face will teach you something valuable. Every hardship will become a stepping stone to your growth. What happens next might feel overwhelming at times, but remember, this is part of your transformation. You might also start to feel a sense of empowerment you never knew was possible. You will realize that you are no longer a passive observer of your life, but an active participant. You will begin to take risks, to make decisions that serve your soul, and to step into your true power. The more you trust yourself and your intuition, the more your life will begin to unfold in beautiful and unexpected ways. You are stepping into the next chapter of your life, and the possibilities are limitless. As you move forward, remember that the journey is not linear. It's not a straight line from where you are now to where you want to be. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt and moments of certainty, moments of joy and moments of struggle. But every moment is valuable. Every experience is a lesson. As you move through this process, you will come to understand that the journey itself is as important as the destination. What happens next is not about getting somewhere. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. As we come to the end of this message, I want to leave you with one final thought. You are exactly where you need to be. There is no wrong path, no wrong choice, and no wrong timing. Everything that has brought you to this point has been a part of the grand design of your life. This moment, this shift, is not an accident. It is your soul's calling, your inner truth, and your higher self working in harmony to guide you toward your greatest potential. I know that change can be difficult. I know that embracing the unknown can feel overwhelming. But the truth is, this is what you've been asking for. You've been praying for growth, for transformation, for healing, and now it's here. The universe is saying it's time. It's time to let go of the old, to step into the new, and to embrace the person you are becoming. In the days ahead, there will be moments when you question yourself, when you wonder if you're doing the right thing, if you've made the right choice. And in those moments, I want you to remember, trust yourself, trust the process, trust that you are being led exactly where you need to go. The path may not always be clear, but it is always worth walking. So as you continue on this journey, remember to be gentle with yourself. Allow the changes to unfold at their own pace. Don't rush the process. Know that you are supported, loved, and guided every step of the way. And most importantly, trust that this shift, this transformation, is leading you to exactly where you're meant to be. You've already made the first step. The rest of your journey is waiting. Step forward with faith, with courage, and with an open heart. You are more than capable of embracing the shift, and what happens next will be nothing short of extraordinary.